been a couple days since we shot an update clip for this video. That's only because the weather's been terrible. Didn't want to leave the camera out here in the rain, and they've been getting what they can get done, but there hasn't been a ton of progress since the last time you guys saw the video. So let's catch you up real quick and show you what we have done. So the front they're working on today, they're finishing off roofing it right now. The insulation's gonna stop right here where our utility space stops, which this is a 40 by 40 utility space, and then a 10-foot overhang. The roof's obviously gonna go all the way to the edge, and you can see the overhang we're gonna have right here. One thing I did change towards the end of construction, when they already actually had the top plate up there for the middle garage door, is I changed it to a 10 by 12 in height, because when I stepped back and I looked at the structure, it just looked kind of off having all three of those on the same plane. And plus I realized I had plenty enough room for a 12-foot door, which I didn't think I was gonna have, having 12-foot eave height. So we did end up going with a 12-foot garage door, but this is the progress we've had. They've been making the most progress they can with the weather we've been dealing with. So the sides are up, roof's going on, doors there, and front's getting paneled today. We'll keep you guys updated on what's going on and what it looks like when it's done. It's a couple days later and the shop is finally done, guys. I'm very happy with it. We're gonna show it to you right now. So 3, 2, 1, boom. Here's the shop, the 40 by 50, 12-foot eave height. I think it's 15, rough 15 in the center, so our pitch, you can angle that, but boom. We got full gutter systems around. We got 3 gutters on each side. We got a 10 by 10, a 10 by 12, and a 10 by 10 on that side. Let's show you guys the back. The color choice we went with was a cocoa brown for the roof and the accents as far as the edgings go. The gutters are cocoa brown, and then the tan is a, forget the tan, it's like a mocha tan or something like that. The place I got the building from, they send kits all over the world. I'll put their information down in the description below. Great guys to work with. We're going to talk about a little things that at the end of this video that happened, but we got it fixed, and that's the main thing you want when you work with a company. If bad things, expect bad things to happen, especially with something this big, and as long as they fix it, that's what it's all about. Their information will be down in the description, and we'll get into all that. But let's look at the building first. Y'all know we built this pad out here. We got siding. We got leftover siding right here behind the extra sheet of roof panel. They always give you an extra sheet of roof panel to go on top. That way your straps won't damage your actual roof panels. So that was our extra sheet, which isn't even damaged. We could use that for something. But we got side panels for our pad. We're going to build like a little lean-to right here. They're all behind the big one. We're going to frame it out, put our AC and our air compressor back here so it's not in the shop rattling around. By the way, dude, tons of things. Make sure you guys stay in tune. Make sure you're staying to the end of this video. We got a lot to go over in this video, a lot of good information. So we're just doing a 360 right now. You can see the caps, of course, everything, nothing special back here other than it's a wall. We dug these to help with our drainage. We still got to put drainage rocks, French drains all around the shop, so lots of things still to happen. Nothing to see special on this wall here. Just our edging, our gutters, same thing as the other side. When we walk into the shop, you can tell an immediate difference as far as cooling goes. The insulation we went with isn't the lowest one you can get, but it ain't the highest either. It's kind of sort of in the middle, and that's what we went with, and it's been pretty good. Spray foam compared to this, I couldn't justify the means. I mean, I don't know, if you're living in this thing, I guess spray foam would justify the means. I'm just not going to be in the shop enough to justify spray foam in this thing, is the simplest way I can put that. So you guys are probably wondering where the doors are at. Me too. They were ordered a long time ago, but apparently they're on back order. They'll be here in like 3 weeks, so that is what it is. The back here, so let's talk about what's on the trailer real quick, but you guys are going to see this in the next video. I'm just going to spend about 30 seconds on it. So we're going to frame the entire inside. We're going to drywall. We're going to paint. It's going to be like 3 colors of paint, 3-tone paint in here. It's ain't going to be no generic white. It's going to be like almost like a studio, almost like a filming studio. You're going to come in here. The floors are going to be all epoxy. They're going to look good. The walls are going to be like a nice, really nice color. We're going to put 15 outlets in here on the walls, and then I'm going to put about 4 high up here. So there's going to be 1 in this corner for speakers, 1 in the center for a big 70-inch TV. I'm probably going to get like a little LED TV right here on a tilt mount so that I can watch football games or whatever when I'm working on the trucks. There's going to be an outlet over there in that corner for speakers. We're going to have surround sound in here. There's also going to be an outlet up there for like a neon sign eventually, if I can find one for a decent price, like a decent size one. A neon sign right there in the center up top. The electrical box we went with, we'll go into the electrical stuff in the next video. I don't want to show you guys too much on this one because that was a lot of money right there. So we're going to try to make a video on it, make some of it back, hopefully. One thing I will mention in this video though, as far as the electrical work goes, we messed up. I messed up. The conduit. We thought 1-inch conduit was going to be big enough. You can see we ran it under the concrete. It's not going to be big enough. And as of right now, I have no use for that. So what we're going to have to do is trench around the building, come back in here in this back corner and run actually there's underground wire. You don't even have to have conduit, I figured out. It's made to go under the ground. There's not going to be a problem with it. So the stuff they sell at Lowe's, I think it's 2224 is what we're going with. You got to have a 4 wire over here to be in code and for what we're running. And we're running a pretty big box out here. All that's going to be in the next video, but I did want to say we messed up on the conduit. I messed up. The sink right here, that's our drain for our sink. We may move it, we may slightly move it in a different direction or whatnot. When we start framing, we're going to have to finalize that. The main water supply for the shop isn't going to change. 3/4 line is going to run in the same trench as the wire, which is to code. It's nothing wrong with that. I thought there was going to be something wrong with that, but the electrician already came out here and said, no, that's what people do. They run in the same trench, and you're going to be fine, at least in my area. I don't know about y'all's area, but it's to code in my area. There's no problem running that 3/4 water line with your electrical line, which I thought was going to be a problem, but it's not. Multiple electricians confirmed that. So let's talk about some things that I guess kind of went wrong with the building. And you guys are probably wondering why me and Dip and Diesel, Mike, Hank, why we didn't finish this thing out ourselves. Why we had a crew come out here and finish this shop up for us. It's not because we are incompetent, even though we're new when it comes to this. It's not hard to put up a metal building. There's definitely trades as far as cutting things and specialty tools you need. It's not something me and him couldn't have figured out. But I will tell you, and this is why we didn't end up putting this up ourselves. It's not because we didn't have the equipment, because we did. You guys seen we put up the heaviest things, the rafters. We put up half the red iron on the building, actually. It's because how many problems did we run into day 1 and day 2? We were out here, literally everything was a problem. And stay tuned if you guys think I'm going to be negative the entire time. I'm really not. But it's something, it's a realization you guys need. If you're going to build a shop, you probably need to listen to this next 2 or 3 minutes, because you're going to need to know a couple of these things. Day 1 or day 2, me and him were very excited. Everyone's having fun, dude. We're out here having we're having a blast putting this thing up. It was a lot of fun. I mean, Jonathan, what you think?
Yeah, as opposed from the problems that we had, I like putting this building up. It was pretty fun.
It was really fun to be able to wrench on something other than a truck for once, and it was a lot of fun. The problems we ran into, and I'm not pointing the blame at anybody, stuff happens. And when mistakes happen, you want to have good guys that work for businesses that will correct it, and they did. Everything that I had a mistake with, the guys that worked on my stuff corrected it, and that's the main thing. And I will use them in the past without blinking an eye, because I know if there's a mistake, they're going to fix it. And some guys, if there's a mistake, they're not going to fix it. Let's talk about the mistakes. The concrete anchor bolts, 8 out of 12 were wrong. Am I mistaken? I think it was 8 out of 12 were wrong.
Yeah, the back wall was good, but all the other ones were wrong, yeah.
So when we set those J-bolts into the concrete, almost every single one of them was wrong. There was 4 different anchor bolt patterns. I think there was 4. There might have been a little less than that, maybe 2 or 3. But there was different anchor bolt patterns, and we put them all the same when we poured the concrete. The concrete guy came out here at nighttime till freaking like 1 o'clock in the morning almost, helping me fix these things to have this red iron put up. That was the very first problem we ran into, and it was a major, major problem that we dealt with the entire length of this building. Me, Jonathan, and Mike, we were all about it. Hey, let's do it. We'll get it fixed. Let's throw it up. All right, good. And this is day 1. This is day 1 of us coming into this thing. The entire thing had to change almost. Literally every single column, every single spacing. Our square was slightly off. I mean, we ran into a lot of problems right out the gate. Next problem we ran into, 2 or 3, was it 2 or 3 of the columns or side girts had the brackets welded on the wrong side?
I think it was just one. It was just that one over here.
That one and that one right there.
Yeah, that one didn't have a bracket
on
the top one, and then that one, the brackets were...
They were on the wrong side.
Yeah,
they were on the opposite side. So, and keep in mind, this is day 2. This is day 2, and we got major problems with... I don't even want to say major problems, because this is something they can fix in 2 seconds, and they did, and it is not a major problem. But if you're going to look at doing this yourself, be prepared to run into things like this, because these kits, there sometimes can be problems with them, and you got to make sure you're working with a company that, hey, it happens, let's get it fixed. It's not the only issues we ran into. So they came out here, they welded new brackets, we put up the side girts. We had to double side girt this wall because the holes were pre-drilled in the wrong spot. Hey, it happens. It happens. So instead of replacing every single sheet on the back side, it's less expensive for the company to just run side girts, double the side girts. So now I have double the support on the back wall, and the sheets don't have holes drilled in them that aren't filled with screws where we're going to have leaking problems in the future. So, boom. 2 problems we ran into right out the gate, and why we didn't put up this building ourselves is we were running into problem after problem after problem. None of it was on our plate, as far as I know. None of it is something that we came out here and just messed up, which I expected to be the problem. I expected, okay, our inexperience, we're going to mess up something out the gate. But we were running into nothing but problems with stuff that was out of our hands. And like I said at the beginning, I'm not being negative. I came with a problem with the owners of these businesses. Hey, we got it fixed the day of or the day after if it was so late we couldn't fix it the day of. These things were fixed and corrected very quickly. And when you work with people, expect things. The biggest message I can have for you if you're planning to put up a building, work with people that you not only are going to get the best price with, and don't just think about price and think about how quickly they can do it. Think about when a problem arises, are they going to fix it? Do they have the character, the integrity, the manlyhood to fix something that was wrong? And if they're in the business, they know things are going to be wrong sometimes, and they should be prepared to fix it if it does go wrong. That's the biggest thing I wanted to spend a message about at the end of this video. Ended on a positive note. These guys knocked it out of the park 100%. I wouldn't think twice about using the same concrete, guys. Wouldn't think twice about using the same building, guys. Things are going to happen. This is the first time I had something built at this scale, and it was a quick eye-opener to not only me, I think to the guys I was working with, Jonathan and Mike, that hey, when you're working with something at this scale, things can happen, things can go wrong, and we got to get them fixed. And we did get them fixed. I think from beginning to end, it was 2 weeks to have this building completely to the point that you see it now. We're just waiting on the doors, and they'll be here in probably 2 weeks because they're on back order. Keep in mind with the anchor bolts, people are going to comment down below, oh, just cut them off pre-drill. Yeah, cool. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, it's still a problem though. Of course, we cut them off, pre-drill, put redheads in their spots, 3/4, so big ones in their spots, and you'll never be able to tell because we're framing it in. So those are the things I wanted to hit on in this video. Make sure you guys are staying tuned to the rest of the videos on the Dream Shop build. We are going to be doing a ton of things in this shop starting tomorrow. Tomorrow we get to work on the framing. I've already filmed some videos or filmed some clips for that video, so expect that here in the next couple of days. If you guys are new to the channel, wondering why I have a shop, I build trucks on this channel, restore old trucks, do all sorts of diesel stuff, and those trucks are, right now, I've been working in my driveway. Now we're going to have a shop to make awesome content for you guys, so subscribe if you're new. It's a great time to subscribe. Stay tuned to the videos because if we run into more problems, of course, we'll share it with you. And not spreading any negativity, but just spreading knowledge is what it's all about. So subscribe if you're new, smash the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to Dip and Diesel for always helping me out film the videos. He'll be down linked below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
We're on the road, we're feeling fine.